Yo, what is going on, guys? dbzmando signing on here. And so a long time ago, I said that if I hit 700 subscribers, I would do a 100-day video for all the mods mod pack. And you guys reached it. I know it's taking me a super long time to get it out, and I'm really sorry for the delay. But hey, what better way to end off the year than with the subscriber goal video? Also, I am still working on the 100 days sub video for the 1,000 subscriber milestone. I just have to unfortunately start from scratch due to the fact that the world got deleted after the PC had a, that nasty reset. But I will have that out hopefully before the end of January, or sorry, it will be out before the end of January. If I'm lucky, mid-January is when I want to have it out. But I'm still working on it, and I will have it out. Just give me a little time, and I'll definitely have it out. And then we'll work on the 1,500 sub goal video. I don't know what I'm going to do for that. But anyway, without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into the video. So we start off by loading into the world. I spawned in a snow mountain biome, so I just kind of look around the area for a little bit and then get ready to work on cutting down some beautiful trees, and they're fir trees, so bop bop bop, and a little bit of an extra. After that, I go ahead and make them into planks, which we then use these planks to make a crafting table, which I then set down and go ahead and craft me a beautiful fir axe, because I'm gonna need those to chop down some more trees. As you can see, I'm doing it right here, breaking them as we go. After that, I go ahead and decide I'm going to place down a foundation for a home. Now, I'm not a master architect. I'm a little rusty on my building skills, so we kind of just build it out of fir, and we kind of just build a basic square, but I have a little bit of style by putting the logs down in each corner and then stripping them. They're not the most appeasing logs, and honestly, I kind of looking back on it, I kind of regret that I did this. But we continue to build my little home, just paving out everything and deciding on its size, and it's pretty sizable. I'm pretty happy with it. I think it's okay. It's just a square, but it doesn't matter. It's home. It's what we call home, my guys. And so I just kind of continue to build up upon it with the fir logs until I run out, unfortunately. Then I decided it's time to go cut down some more trees, so I go ahead and just basically go to the next tree, place down some more logs. Also, did I mention it's day one? I feel like I didn't mention, but yeah, this is day one. All this is done on day one. I am just building my little home. Once that is done, I go ahead and decide to mine some coal at the mountain. Bop 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 bop. I mined like almost the entirety. It took me all, I mined till basically nighttime. Then I got me some cobble, because you need cobble, and then my pick broke. So then I went ahead and made my way home. I don't know why I doubled like that. And once we're home, as you can see, home invasion showed up and was getting sniped by skeletons. We are in a lower version though, so they don't got sniping skills. I got berries, ate my food, blocked off it, can't hurt me. Made some torches so that they cannot spawn in my little home. Look at my little home, guys. Isn't it very homey and roomy? I enjoy this. Now with all the mods, it's just like, there's a lot of mods, so I kind of go all over the place. But we'll get into that as we go. But I made a stone pick and furnace so I can start cooking things whenever that time comes. Just looking at all the seeds in my inventory, basically. Go ahead and make me a cobblestone sword, or stone sword, sorry. And then kill the creepers and pray they don't blow up my little home, because I would be very sad if they did that. And so, yeah, as you can see, I'm just double backing. That one blows up, though. And, unfortunately, makes a crater and destroys my home a little bit. It's a sad day out here. And so I go ahead and place down the fir logs back where they were, make some more fir planks to block off that zombie from getting into my home. I then also make a door, because I'm not gonna have just a cobblestone wall blocking the entrance. So I made the door, and there we go. Beautiful. I don't know why. I didn't have an axe, so I just decided to break the wood with a pickaxe, because I think I just wanted to trigger people. I think that's why I did it. But I did it so I could have a double door. See? Bam. But that didn't turn out how it did for some reason. Well, it's obvious you place it in one spot, it's going to go one direction. But since I fixed it, it should place normally now. Yep, there we go. And now we got the beautiful double door. So, yeah, nice little home. I made a stone shovel because I am now going to... well, we gotta make more sticks, but now I am going to go ahead and make another stone pick, and then we're gonna break all of the dirt in my floor on day 2, mind you, and I'm replacing the floor with andesite. All right, yeah, that's andesite. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm making basically the entire floor andesite floor, and so that is what we are doing. We are just basically replacing all of the floor with andesite, which I got from the cave, or the mountain, sorry, where I mined the coal. And I didn't show that just because it no sense, but in the sense of I just got it from over there. The place is like full of andesite. And you know, I didn't learn this until later, so you'll see it later on in the video that there is a vein mining. I also make a chest because you need loot, or I gotta place my loot somewhere. Because look at my inventory, it is just a mess. But anyway, I went ahead and I later learned vein miner. We also get into a little bit of Botania because I'm actually very familiar with Botania, so I read a little bit. So we're gonna go ahead and that's the first magical mod we get into. We get into Botania, which we make a mortar and pedestal for. I then go ahead and research it just to have it marked, learn how to make the beautiful dyes, also how to make flora essence or whatever it's called. And as I'm getting into Botania, I'm just like, let's get into Tinkerers as well, because Tinkerers it's very simple. And honestly, having better tools will help me out in the long run. So I go ahead and decide to make the beautiful part builder. We're going to make the stencil table, the part chest, and I forget what the other one's called. But that is essentially what we are making, make more patterns, making the, I'm just essentially just looking up how to make all of the stations, because it has been a hot minute. And Tinkers is such a fun mod. So yeah, we have the part builder. Some weird wolf demon is gonna kill me. I die, but remember, this isn't hardcore. This is my first death, so it's okay to die. I also learned that there's a key that tracks you on where to go. Also, day 3 arrived, and so after, you know, I waited out night, day 3 arrived and I made the pedestal apothecary. I can speak. We go ahead and make that because, like I said, I'm going kind of back and forth between Botania and Tinkers for a little bit at this time. Also decide where I'm going to start a little strip cave, or stair strip cave. So this is where I go ahead and start it. So I continue to mine a little bit, just getting this cave ready. And, you know, hopefully hoping to get a bunch of good resources. Again, this is like older, it's like older version of Minecraft, so yeah, older version of Minecraft, so the mining, there's not all the complex caves. This is before the Caves and Cliffs update. Yeah, because it's 1.12.2, because I don't believe the Caves and Cliffs were in this version. So I went outside for a little bit. It's already nighttime. Went and slayed a few mobs. As you can see in the corner over there, I placed the apothecary right there. Didn't have anything specific, but I was just killing spiders because I know I needed their string. So I was on the hunt for spiders because I needed their string. Also, there was a couple zombies there just chilling against that little gnome guy. Kind of looks like a little gremlin. And I get a little overwhelmed. Not really. I mean, I'm a pro Minecrafter. You think a couple of zombies are gonna kill me? Like, look at these skills. Swing, 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 swing. They can like horde me all they want. Oh yeah, server lagged a little bit. Actually, now to explain, there were a little bit of lag spikes at the beginning because I did have a 16 gigabyte RAM at the time, but I did upgrade, so you'll notice the improvement in less lag spikes as we get further along. I think it's past day 20 is when it'll show. But yeah, so I'm just basically, I realized to cut my losses because I got overwhelmed. They brought skeletons in the battlefield, and I can't, and they sniped me. I can't fight that. But, and one of them's armored, and yet I'm over here like, yeah, get him. Yep, they almost killed me, but I got apples, and so we're just going to heal up. I then go back into my cave and start mining a little bit. Also, started to make it a little bit easier. Instead of me just constantly jumping off whole stones, I made them in the good old, what's it called? Stairs. So as you see, we sped up the process because I just continue to like basically strip mine, finding good resources along the way. So we continue to do this still day 3 until I believe day 4. But yeah, we just continue to keep mining, find some more coal. I kind of look down, trying to figure out what this stone is, which is scoria, which is from all the biomes. Doesn't do anything special. We continue to go on to mining as we continue to basically just mine. We continue to mine and mine and mine and mine and find all of these resources. Yes, sir. Man, I'm so upset I did not know what the vein mining button was. God, this would have made my life a whole lot easier. But we also got some clay because I'm going to need that brick for later. So we just continue to strip all of the clay. Look at this beautiful speed. It's so good. All right, now that we're back up, I see you made a double chest. Don't need to worry about that. It's day 4. When we get back up, go ahead and looking more into the Tinkerers because I'm trying to make grout. Yeah, grout. So I can go ahead and get ready to make a beautiful smithing table. So we look a little bit into that. Go ahead and, as you can see here, like I said, I go back and forth between Tinkers and Botania. So I'm looking at the grout to see what to make, and then I'm going through Botania as well, because those are like the 2 easiest things to really get into. On day 5, I go ahead and go out and explore just a little bit. I'm looking mostly for flowers. That's what I'm really looking for. I also find this weird like pedestal thing that has a bunch of loot in it. Yeah, as you can see, I didn't know what the button was to click all. I also get these drenched iron ingots, which I try and figure out what I'm going to drop. And I just go ahead and drop the zombie heart because I don't need it. But so we pick that up. I find this weird thing. Now, make note of this because this little shrine here is going to be important later on. So we continue to go out and explore. I find some flowers, but I believe I am on the hunt for white flowers. That is what I'm looking for. I also find this weird structure, which I have no clue what it is. Look down it a little bit, go a little bit under, and realize it's like a whole like dungeon cave system with like a spooky spider. And I'm definitely, as I saw this, I was definitely like, I gotta explore this later. This is something I have to come back to. And so I go ahead and make my way back home once nighttime is starting to fall. Because I don't feel like dealing with all the mobs, and I'm still pretty under-equipped. There's also some weird creature thing. Yep, as you can see, I'm getting sniped by skeletons and zombies. Mostly just skeletons. The skeletons just coming out my door and be like, hey, how you doing? But not gonna deal with that, or anomalful. So I brought a skeleton to my home, you know, decided I was gonna invite him for some dinner, and they are just piling up my house like Jehovah's Witness. Oh my god! And then I die. But after we die, I cry, respawn, get back to my home, grab my stuff, and we're good. And we lag a little bit because 16 gigabyte RAM is a struggle with this mod pack. So after that, I continue to craft a little bit after struggling with my own lag, make some slabs, continue to struggle with my own lag. And then after that, we go ahead and work on the beautiful bed. Why did I say slabs? We're making a bed because I need a bed. Yep. And I can finally skip nighttime instead of sitting there suffering. So we didn't have, it was day 5 by the time we got to bed. So would you look at that? After day 6 comes along, we go ahead and head out a little bit. Some creepers telling me hello, asking me who my lord is, but unfortunately for them, I am the lord. So yep, just kind of just watching that murder happen, get attacked by some weird wolf thing that kills me. Is what you thought was going to happen, but you see, I knew you guys thought I was going to die, but I actually lived because I'm cool, and I died. So, there, yeah, I lived. Anyway, so I grabbed my stuff. The wolf thing is still there. It's going to attack some creature. Oh, bees, and there's a skeleton just trying to snipe me. So I go ahead and kill the wolf creature because I am vengeful. I'm a vengeful spirit. So after I kill the wolf creature, the skeleton then, you know, burns itself to death. And I go back to my crafting table to go ahead and make me a beautiful upgrade for iron chest. Because there are improvements for chests. So I go ahead and that's what I was trying to do. Is we're trying to make a iron chest so I can have basically more things to hold in my storage. Because I'm going to need it, trust me. So there we go, look at that, an iron chest with some more space, and this will actually help me get into some organization. A little bit of lag caused me to drop the cobble, but I go ahead and put the cobble in there. Empty out my inventory because it is a nightmare. I know chest organization is it's horrendous, I'm not gonna lie. It's a very horrendous in the early stages, but trust me, I get to organizing. I swear. So after we make the iron chest and live a little bit, I eat a peach because peaches are yummy, and we go ahead and head out more into the world so I can go ahead and get more Botania, essentially. So I go ahead and explore a little bit, found a village, wanted to see what exactly we got for loot. Home sweet home, it's a beautiful thing. They got a bunch of, I don't know what this is from. I think it's like from, well, it tells me it's like the tools. It's like, it's a whole thing. I know this is for later, and I didn't know what it was at the time, and I don't really think I get into it later on, but we'll see. So I found all of these beautiful things. Oh, it's from freaking Phenomic Craft. Okay, that's where it's from. So I find all of this neat things. Go ahead and take it all, because, you know, I'm a thief. And these villagers be messing with technology they do not comprehend. Only beings like myself can comprehend it. And I'm kind of messing with the air compressor, trying to figure out exactly what I'm supposed to do because I'm caveman. Caveman mess with smart technology. I continue to lag because gigabytes need to be higher, and see that they got a whole shrine for what's it called? Minecraft Fire and Ice. I don't know why I forgot about it. But yeah, they got a whole shrine for it. Got a book. They even got the bestiary little podium thing, which I go ahead and I'm going to steal from them because it's mine now. And I'm going to need it for later. They also got all of these scripts. And yeah, so yeah, I kind of just trying to figure out exactly how to put it in, but I don't have enough scripts to like learn any creatures or find out where they are or to tame anything. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Just continue each page and sit there in my confusion because I have no clue what I'm gonna do. I leave the thing there though. I come back for it later, don't worry. After that, we get back to day 7. We get back to Botania as I'm trying to remember the roots of how to do everything. I remember Botania in the past was just annoying because I remember it was a little complicated for me back in the day. But now that I'm older and wiser, I know exactly what I need to do. So I go ahead and start cooking some cobblestone to get me some stone so I can go ahead and get started on that purified rock. I go ahead and try and clear out my inventory a little more as it is a little too full and I don't know what exactly to get rid of. I go ahead and read this book as I'm waiting for the stone to cook, which is basically info on the podiums in MK Fire and Ice. I read a good amount of it, understand that I cannot read. As you can see, we got the pure daisy. Made it. I forgot to put it on, but we made it. We made the pure daisy. Now, what the purified daisy does is it basically purifies oak logs and stone, which I then can use the oak logs to make these living wood, as you can see, because it turns it into living wood, and I make it to use these sticks, which I then use to make a wand. And you can. It's so cool that you can see it on the outline with the Tinker's Construct. But there you go. That's how you get the Wand of Magicka. And this one, or Wand of the Forest, sorry. You get the Wand of the Forest, which is what I use to basically, it's for everything. You need it to transfer mana, to see the stats on things. It's very important. And fortunately, this book has like milestones, so I kind of just go by through the milestones in order to see exactly what I need to work on and what step to do and all that. So I'm kind of just reading through it. Sorry. So I'm kind of just reading through it, going to see exactly what I need to work on next. And I go ahead and see that there is a Black Lotus, which I need to go ahead and work on. So we kind of read it a little bit on what it does. What the Black Lotus essentially does is help with mana pools, essentially. We also got the Flower Pouch. What the Flower Pouch does is that every time I break flowers, they'll go into the Flower Pouch instead. I don't have to worry about like picking them up separately in my inventory. It holds all the flowers and petals instead of me holding it. So I was just looking on how to read it. Go ahead and make the beautiful another white daisy, because white daisies are really strong. I made an infinite water source just so I didn't have to go to the ocean back and forth. But yeah, essentially I just keep making a bunch of pure daisies so I can place them all down and just basically benefit off of more and more transformation, converting of living rock and all that. So that's essentially what we do. I just kind of just continue to get that done going so it's more efficient and faster, and I'm not waiting 50 million years for just one daisy and just waiting on like basically 3 daisies, and it's a lot faster and efficient. So that's what I'm doing, essentially just getting all this living rock, because I'm going to need these living rock for mana pools, I'm going to need them for podiums, I'm going to need them for a lot of things. So go ahead and just break this other living rock I got, take up this living wood, because I'm going to need it for later as well. And my axe broke, so we cry and we break it with our bare hands. So yeah, that's essentially all we did for day 7. It was pretty eventful. We got pretty far in the daisies, and I go ahead and go to sleep and prepare for beautiful day 8. Now on day 8, we continue, more into Botania, and I'm looking into the mana pools. Like I said earlier, I'm going to need those for later because mana is very strong and can make some pretty neat things. So I'm just reading up on the mana pools, how they store mana, how you can get them to hold mana if you have them, mana sources be transferred to them, they hold it, and when you have enough mana, you can make all these mana infused things, like mana infused cookies, diamonds, ender pearls, steel ingots, all of that good stuff. And mana, that's what I'm doing, just reading. We got a mana spreader, which I need in order to get the mana into the pool, and this is just all of the things I could do possibly with mana. We got a runic altar, which is also important because runic altars, you make like what are they called? I forget the name of them. They're little emblem things, but you use those to make a bunch of devices. Runic altars can help make more ingots and stuff, which can help me get even stronger armor and tools. And to make a runic altar, all you need is a mana pearl or mana diamond, and it's very simple. Runes, there we go, runes. Okay, runes are what you need in order to make certain things. You just put them on the altar and you make a bunch of cool, neat things. So yeah, I'm just kind of skimming through this book, looking through all the things. Mana tablet lets me know exactly how much mana is in it, and also can help the transporting of mana. And it's very simple. But as you can see, I don't have any diamonds or pearls. Ender pearls are like a struggle to get. But we made a mana pool, which I'm going to go ahead and place right next to the altar because I'm a little bit of a goober. We also got a mana spreader, which I'm going to put right next to it. I then learned how to link the mana pool, or the mana spreader, to the mana pool. So now it is putting the arrow is going from the mana into the mana pool. I place a flower right there because I'm a goober. Don't know exactly how it works. What the flower does is essentially tell me how much mana is in there, and if it's full or not. That's what the flower does. So I'm just basically watching. So we go ahead and skip to day 16, and don't worry, in days 9 through 15, I didn't really do much. I was just upgrading the house a little bit by giving some furnaces and mining down and exploring a bit. So we kind of cut out the little bit of boring parts of my editor. He was like, yeah, there's not much to work with here, so we went and cut it out. So we're in day 16. You didn't miss much, don't worry, and there's probably going to be a little bit more jump cuts. Just because I'm a little bit all over the place with this mod pack, I didn't know exactly what I was going to focus on, and I kept jumping from place to place. But right now on day 16, I kind of just read through the bestiary as I try to get a little bit to MK Fire and Ice, as I look into the materials on what to make, and I'm really looking at the armor, and I want to make that. I look into see what other ores and stuff there are, and just continue to read a little bit into this to see exactly what I can do to try to get a little bit more into MK Ice and Fire. But I did have the resources to make the armor, so I went ahead and made a silver chest plate, the silver pants, and the silver shoes and helmet as well. But, I made the chest plate and pants because that's what I had at the time, because I was waiting for the silver to cook. But I went ahead and, made the helmet and the shoes as well. And I really enjoyed the armor. The armor was really good. It was nice and fancy, and it does a bunch of effects. I know one of them was fire aspect, I believe, is what the armor gave, which was through when I punched. But that's when you fully had the armor. So I'm just essentially just waiting on my furnaces to finish smelting so that I can go ahead and get the silver. As you can see, these are the iron furnaces I made throughout between days 19 to 15. Like I said, I was a little bit all over the place, so it was going to be a bit boring if I just showed that. I mean, I could have just had him just cut it, but we just called it all out in general just because nothing happened. It was boring, and like I said, I'm a little all over the place with mod pack. This is a little bit of an what's it called? I forget. Unorthodox. There you go. It's a little bit unorthodox, but so I'm just looking into the more of these books and just seeing exactly what I can get into. Just looking at all of these just random books. I see this ritual book that I kind of just look a little bit into, and it looks interesting. When I look into all of these, all the mods has just so many things that I kind of just jump around in a bunch, but I wanted to look more into magic and looked at this thing and was like, interesting. What could I do here with these like villagers? Because apparently runescaping is a thing. I can get scraps. I can help guide the runescaping table. Runescaping was interesting, and I can create jobs. But yeah, so that's I don't know why I paused. That's me just reading this book, looking at realistic villagers. He really left me on the pause here. I'm trying to think of things what I want to say. But so we're just looking at ritualistic villagers. Not much here. We got using the codex when looking at an entry. We got all this extra stuff. We got recipes. Funny enough, I look at this thing and I think I got into it once. And then I never touched it again. Only because I had all this dust I had gotten from mining. So I really was just like, what am I going to do with this? And so I was looking into what I could use it for, and that's when I found this. And I'm just basically just doing a bunch of research essentially on what I can do with this. But anyway, on day 16, if you remember that little mine thing I found, I go ahead and head back there as I want to go ahead and explore it. And I also got dogs. I should have mentioned that. I did get doggies. I don't remember. I didn't even name them. But yeah, so I went ahead and went back down to the mine because I wanted to go ahead and explore it because it's got probably a bunch of loot. And I wanted to see exactly what I could get, loot-wise out of this, and hoped it, got me some good resources. The dogs really did carry down here. I did enjoy exploring more. I don't know why I got loud, sorry. We continue adventure forward. Cave spiders can't, not cave spiders, but spiders are fun. I needed the string anyway. The wolves are just going off. I kind of just like I said, essentially just continue to explore down here and get some more resources. Place some good old torches on the mob spawner. Don't worry about skeletons, as my dogs can take care of it. Or not skeletons, sorry, spiders. And then continue to explore, break the mob spawner, as I can't really collect them. Place down a torch, and then open the chest to see all this loot, because I still do not know how to double click. At this time, I was still pretty big noob. Didn't know to double click, but we were down in the mine so long, day 17 actually came around. But as you can see, yeah, I don't know how to double click to grab all, instead of clicking all singularly. But yeah, like I said, we continue to explore. I find more chests, get all this loot, struggle with what I want to keep. I got a backpack though, which I can put all of my stuff in. Backpacks were so good in this mod pack. I was so happy I had a backpack. It helps so much. And so I get a backpack. I place down some nice little rudimentary things. Continue to loot a little bit. I was also, I believe I was streaming this at the time, so I was probably, some of the pauses are me just talking to chat, but yeah, got a bunch of good resources. It was really good, and you can see I'm organizing a little bit. So yeah, day 17, I'm chilling in this mine. It's a pretty cool mine, chilling with my dogs, and it's time to leave. Or, well, not even leave. I don't know why I said leave. It's time to explore some more, because this dungeon or whatever was huge. Like, it had so many floors, and I just kept exploring and exploring, and was like, dude, am I ever gonna leave? Like, there's so much here, and I really hope I don't die. There was just so much in this cave system or dungeon, and I'm just exploring. I'm like, my God, does it ever end? And I keep getting attacked by all these different mobs from different freaking mod packs, and I just continue to explore. But I'm just like, more loot, more loot. So we continue to explore. As you can see, it still continues, because you see the staircase right there, and I'm like, oh my Lord, it continues to go. I tried to break that that mob spawner before the zombie spawn, but unfortunately, I couldn't get it off, and I ended up dying because they're too strong. And as you can see, I get little achievement missions. So yeah, I died. Day 17, struggle. Day 18, I went ahead and made it all the way back to grab my stuff. Well, 18, I made it back, grabbed all my stuff, and day 19 rolled around. So I made another iron furnace when I made it back home to make a golden furnace, which I didn't know how to do because I'm a pretty big noob. And could have probably easily made a gold furnace, but didn't know how to do it. So we continued to go ahead and basically organize myself. I went ahead and, because my chests were getting full, I went ahead and made things into blocks as to, save space, essentially, to hold even more ore, because the cave system I got had a pretty good amount of ore nodes, and I was running out of room in my chest, mostly because of redstone, because redstone is just, oh my God, it's plentiful. But I made the room and went ahead and organized a bunch of things. Continued to do this. As we can see, I'm sped up a little bit as I'm trying to basically organize a bunch of things, look at a bunch of my inventory to see exactly what I can mess with. I just basically I just did chest organization. That was all of day 19, was just chest organization. Me grabbing things from my backpack, putting things to smelt, putting things where they rightfully belong, organizing a bunch of things, looking at bows, pickaxes, everything. I was organizing everything, because that is when I was like, all right, it's time to be less disorganized and be more organized. And that's essentially what I was doing the entirety of day 19, organizing things. Also learned that there was an achievement book that could help me essentially get farther in the mods. I really wish, into day 20 I looked more into it. I really wish I found this book earlier on, as this would have helped me be a whole lot more organized. But this book just shows me what missions are to do for, like, I think almost every magic mod, or if not all the mods. The magic mods at least. So, the Traveler's Logbook was really good. So, I was just looking at this. I saw the Twilight Forest is here as well. Definitely would want to have to get back into that later, as it's very easier. Twilight Forest is not that complicated to get into. So, I was actually going to go ahead and make the portal, which I did. Well, bam, and like that, we got the Twilight Forest. It lit my dog on fire, and I couldn't save it. I literally had to watch it nearly die. That scared the crap out of me. I don't know why I didn't just throw the bucket on it, but it lived. We got more doggies, because I do be breeding my dogs a crap load, because you gotta have that army. If I couldn't have that army in the past session, we're gonna have it in this modded session. So I continue to look at a little bit of Twilight Forest to see exactly how much more I can progress. I go ahead and head into the Twilight Forest, loading the terrain, and here we are in the Twilight Forest. So I kind of just look around for a little bit, enjoy the sights. Sorry. look at the new missions I unlocked because of the achievement book, and it says more biomes to unlock, so I kind of just look at these, read this some more info on the mushroom forest. It's just a mushroom forest, and then I head on back because I just did it for the book. That's all I did it for. As you can see, I got a lot of books because it's easier. It was so easy to make all of these books. You just needed to stick in like a book, and you could choose exactly which book you wanted to make for whatever mod pack that had a book that could help you through it. So I found this like little, I believe this is the astrology thing, and I wanted to get into this, but this looked very complicated and had some weird stone I could never really find. And I was just like, what is all this? And I wanted to do, like, I wanted to do the astrology craft, but I really couldn't, as I didn't know exactly what I was going to be working with or where to find this crystal. I was just looking at it and was like, where on earth am I going to find this crystal? So that's essentially what happened. I just looked at it a little bit more. Day 21, I continued to explore out more. Killing zombies, as you should. Found this weird, like, sign thing, and I just continued to go in one direction. I was just exploring, essentially. Found a nice little loot cave. Or not loot cave, loot chest that had some crimson iron. Didn't know exactly what to do, but I just took everything from that chest as I was getting attacked by a stupid skeleton, which I just ran away from because I didn't feel like fighting it. We also found a waypoint stone, which are really good. What waypoint stones do essentially is just let you waypoint teleport. So we found an Enderman. That's right. Now I remember. I was also exploring, not just to explore, but I needed Enderman. I needed the Ender Pearls because Ender Pearls were a struggle. Because for some reason, I could not find Enderman to save the life of me. Endermen were just so hard to come by, and I needed their Ender Pearls, like, really bad. And that Enderman didn't even drop an Ender Pearl, and that made me sad. So I continued on my voyage to look for Endermen, because I just needed the Ender Pearls for Mana Pearls and other things to make. Mostly just Mana Pearls, though. I really just needed them only for Mana Pearls. And as you can see, the Enderman was kind of cooking me, and I was trying so hard to not die. That's why I was spamming the sword a bunch. Yep, but I ended up dying anyway, so it was all for nothing. I went to go to sleep, and day 22 we go back, grab our beautiful loot, and I cry because the Enderman is no longer there, so I missed out on the loot, which is a little sad, and I'm just over here breaking the grave instead of using my key. There you go. I'm a bit of a slow learner. I'm sorry. But yeah, so day 22, I head on back, going to continue to make a little bit more magical flowers. If I'm correct, I make the fire flower, the ember flower, or I tried to anyway, because it is a good source of getting the mana. I believe is the endo flame. Sorry, I don't know why I call it the fire flower. We're trying to get the endo flame because it is a good source of getting mana from heat sources, like such as lava and what's it called? Fire. Just anything heat-based, mostly fire. But as you can see, I'm struggling a little bit, trying to figure out exactly how the heck to get all my petals back. Because you can put like 1,000,000 petals in there. After I get my petals back, I put it properly and make the endo flame. I then go ahead and put down some mana spreaders because I'm going to need, like I said, I'm going to need a lot more mana because I wanted to get into Botania a little bit more efficiently. As you can see, we're into day 23 because it took a bit. I went ahead throughout day 22 and into 2023. We made these mana pools, which can help store mana in order for me to use the altar, which I'm going to use to make better tools and such. And endo flames, a good fuel source, as well as I learned, was coal. Coal can help fuel the endo flames and get me a good amount of mana as well. They're really good. Endo flames honestly are a really good source of mana income. You just need to get a lot of coal, but coal honestly isn't just a struggle because you can find it literally anywhere. Well, once I got enough mana, I went ahead to make a mana steel ingot, which I was then going to use to make the mana altar, or mana splitter. And what a mana splitter does is essentially, if I place it down the middle and change the direction of these mana spreaders, if you aim into the mana splitter, it then distributes all of the mana into each mana pool, instead of me aiming all of them at just one mana pool. So the mana splitter will help me out. So I went ahead and go to sleep. Day 24, we make the rune altar, and also with the altar, we'll get the mana from the mana splitter, and the mana from the mana splitter will go into the altar as well. in order to help me make better tools. So I look into the terrestrial plates, but in order to make the terrestrial plate, I need the runes, and in order to make the runes, I need to do a bunch of different methods, which you put onto the altar. So I look at I'm really looking into the runes to try and get better tools. So it's really looking at the rune of earth, the rune of air, how to get all of these. And it's very simple to make, as I do have a lot of these resources. I just need a little bit more mana. So that's what I'm doing. Day 25 rolls around as I'm making the runes. As you can see, I put the sugar cane and the, what's it called? Fishing rod. There you go. Up there in order to make the, I believe it was the rune of water, yes. So after that, I go ahead and make that. Look at these mana spreaders, putting all that in there. I go ahead and aim all the mana spreaders at the the altar. And I think I gave a little bit of misinformation. The runic altar still needs mana. The splitter does not lead mana into the altar, and I'm sorry for misguiding that. So I'm just kind of figuring out exactly how to get the rune, which all you do is just put living rock down and then right click with your wand. After that, I go ahead and make the rune of earth into day 27. Man, these days are just flying by. I'm not even looking at the top left screen. I'm just looking at what's happening. But day 27 rolls around. Day 29, I'm still working with this. This took a very long process, I'm not gonna lie. But we finally get what we need. I go ahead and start getting ready for preparations of putting down the Terra Steel algaloid thingy. So I'm just looking at exactly how I'm supposed to place it. Place down all the living rock down, place the lapis blocks down, and like I said, I'm getting ready for this terrestrial stuff. So, also into day 29, I continue to expand a bit on the house. I was actually streaming this moment and decided I was going to be evil. Instead of making a well thought out, well built home like most people do and make it look nice, I decided to be a bit of a criminal, a bit of a dubious little crime, if you will, a devious little creature, trying to always get into mischief. So I decided that I was gonna go ahead and just make a giant square, or rectangle, I should say, a giant rectangular home. So I gave my home a little roof, as you can see, and then start placing some ladders to get up onto this roof. And this is where I begin to just make a tower. Yep, just a singular tower of just wood. And I'm just a dubious little creature getting into mischief. So yep, I start stacking. But not only that, I make the tower out of different wood. I don't know. Oh my god. I remember I was streaming this and oh my god, were my friends just like, why are you like this? So that is essentially what I did. So as you can see, I'm struggling trying to get back up. So it looks like normal for now, but trust me, it starts to get horrendous later on. As you can see, look at those fur planks. Look at that. Yep. Aren't I a beautiful architect? Guys, I need you guys comment down below. My architect skills are beautiful and unrivaled. So yeah, I continue into as day 29 rolls around. I'm still continuing to build upon this home, and I decide and later on I'll decide what each floor is going to be for. And there it is. There's my beautiful home. Look at the colors contrasting with other. It's so chef's kiss, so beautiful. So day 30 comes around. I'm still looking at my beautiful home, just idolizing my craft and just like, look how good of a crafter I am, of a builder I am. Just look at it. It's so beautiful. And I'm not done. I still continue into day 30, stacking up logs of my home, making it different colors because it is just such a beautiful home that just needs to have different colors and shades of wood. It is so beautiful. Like you can't come up with this. Like look at it. Like the gray clashing with the what is that, beige and another lighter gray, like the dark gray, the light gray, and the beige. It works so well. And as you can see, I also stripped the logs. It's just such a beautiful look at it. It's just getting even taller. It's such a beautiful monument of my home, and I do not regret this at all. I go ahead and go to bed because on day 31 I decide it's time to make a nether portal, because I have not gone I've gone this long without going into the nether that I was like, I need to make another portal. So as you can see, I struggle a little bit on how to make another portal because I'm a Minecraft noob and don't play enough vanilla to remember how to make it. So I make another portal, but in the wrong shape, but it works either way. So we go ahead right into the nether, in the nether you don't know what day it is. So it is day question. I'm kidding. It is still day 31. My editor just wanted to be a little funny. So we're still into day 31. Don't worry. I'm just looking around in the nether, just chilling. Looking at all these wither skeletons. We got ghosts in here. Now notice the nether. Now I do now remember the nether, because it will play a huge factor a lot in the fact that I die here so much. So yeah, so there's first death in the nether, and I cry. So I died to in the nether, go back to the nether, still day 31. Like I said, days didn't change in the nether. My editor just like, you don't know what day it is in the nether, so you questions. He wanted to be a little funny, and he's not wrong. He is clever. You don't know what day it is. Fortunately, I do, though, because I am a day trekking god. So I get my stuff back, try to explore the nether just a little bit. I need necrotic bones, so I just kind of just look around a little bit, see exactly what I got. As you can see, I'm moving a little slow because soul sand is just annoying to walk through. So I just continue to walk around, roam around, look at some ores, explore a little bit. I think my trip in the nether was to look for a bit of quartz, but also mine some netherrack. I think I was also, I believe, looking for a, what's it called? Nether fortress, because I needed blaze rods. Blaze rods were going to be very important later on. And wither skeletons were insanely OP in this mod pack. They were shooting fire arrows and had, like, the fire arrows were just the only thing that made them OP. Like, the fire arrows were so annoying. Like, it was so bad. And also, if you notice, the mobs don't notice me because I'm a ghost. I'm a spooky ghost. Every time I die, I become a spooky ghost until I interact with something. Until I interact with something, then they can essentially, see me and hurt me. So, yeah. Nether, I needed, what's it called? I needed blaze rods. Also, nether was a good source of endermen, because endermen were chilling in here in the nether as well. But I was chilling in here in the nether. Oh, yeah. By the way, like I said, I thought it was day 20. Nope, it was day 30. I figured out what the vein miner button was. So I finally was able to vein mine. And boy, oh boy, did it help out so much. Like, vein mining, oh my god. So there's some quartz that I needed. I needed diamond to mine any of that. Yep. I needed diamond for that, and I really just wasted all of that, and that made me sad. So... and to literally mine anything in the nether, you need diamond. So I was just going around, getting ores, mining a bit, looking for that nether fortress. Just, all in all, just exploring in this nether. We're still on day 31. We got nether cobalt ore. Yeah. Yep, I'm essentially just mining a lot. I don't know exactly what more to say, other than the fact that, yeah, I'm just mining, and we just chilling. We just chilling out here. Mining, exploring, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So after I mine, I go ahead and just start heading, making my way back home, because I got a bunch of ore that I need, and soul sand is so annoying to walk through. I kid you not. It is the worst to walk through, and it doesn't make it any better when I'm getting shot by stupid wither skeletons with fire aspect. Or fire flame arrow. It's so annoying. So, yeah, I essentially die again because I burned to death. So, goodbye, world. I'm just kidding. I clutched it and lived, and I tried to get out because I'm going to die. So, I go ahead and pillar up a little bit, trying to get out and hope I don't die. Looking around my surroundings and basically book it towards the portal with a ghost on my tail. I don't know why I was looking around. I should have left. I see a beehive, which I'll get into a little bit later, but I was just trying to get out, running. But soul sand is so annoying to track through because you're so slow. I pray I make it out, and I fortunately made it out and die. Oh my god. I don't know what happened. I just remember I died and I started freaking out because when I died, my stuff wasn't there. Also, look at this awesome foxhound. It's so cool. I didn't see what day it was, but I believe we're on like still day 31 or maybe 32. So I look at this epic foxhound, just admiring it because it's just a fox with blue fire. It looks so cool. And I was like, I wonder if I could tame this thing. So I kind of stare at it a little bit, admiring it, trying to forget about the woes of, losing my stuff, because when I died, my stuff didn't actually spawn in that portal. It was like nowhere to be found. It was not in the nether, and I was very worried because I was like, where's all my stuff? I had so much stuff on it. Yeah, we're still on day 31. I had so much stuff, and I was worried. But the key was leading me, like, somewhere, like, completely different. So day 32 came around because went to go explore, because, you know, I was out for so long. So day 32 came around, and I went ahead and explored a little bit, but I didn't get too far, and I go to sleep in order to get to day 30 freaking 3. Oh, wait, no, we are on day 32. Never mind. That was an error on me. So we were still on day 31, and on day 32, we went ahead and went to go see where this key led me. I find this meteor, and I'm just like, what is that? Because that's from Astrology Craft. I forgot, you know, meteors were here. So I definitely had to mark that and try and remember where that was, because I was going to have to go back to that later on in life. As we continue to explore, day 33 roams around, almost into day 34, and I find my stuff and grab it all. I don't know how it got out here so far. Maybe it's because I died, and so coordinates are weird in the nether. You're technically farther in the nether. You travel even farther in the nether than you do in the overworld. So I finally make it back by day 36 and reset my spawn point and, you know, just continue to eat, get all of that beautiful hunger back up. So day 36 is here. I continue to look into these alignment of, like, when I die to get all these extra perks, which make me a ghost. That's how I got to be a ghost, is because of these perks from just dying and grabbing my stuff. That's how you get it. So I'm just trying to see exactly what more I can get. I get concentration. It just basically just use these points to try and get me more things. So as you can see, magic items get used less things. You got Jawler, which does different things. Voodoo, Ghostly Shape, which is very useful because it makes it to where creatures cannot interact with me until I interact with something. I look at more achievements through this and how to, like, you know, try and do more research into seeing how I can get more into this Deathcraft or whatever. Day 37 comes along, and I continue to look into more of these, what is it? Astronomy craft, right? Hang on, I'm trying to read it. It's Flux for Applied Energistics. That's right. I tried to get into Applied Energistics because Applied Energistics, I believe, is what you use for for storage and stuff, which I wanted to get even more instead of having all these chests. But Applied Energistics is a little bit too big brain for me. I also learned you can get jetpacks, and I was like, oh, I need a jetpack. Like I said, I go a lot of all over the place. So, and even to the point where I go into the nether because I needed to find a nether fortress, like I said. And so I find a nether fortress and look for some blazes because I need their blaze rods. And so I find this nether fortress, break into it, not realizing this was literally just a tower. Or I went into, like, the little support tower of it. So I'm in the nether fortress, continuing to explore, find some nether wart, go ahead and take it because I might need this for potions later. So I go ahead and take the nether wart, break it all up. Yep, just going to go ahead and steal all of it. And then after that, we continue to explore a little bit more into this. I find some golden apples. Well, I not find golden apples. I made them golden apples. So I go ahead and continue to explore a little bit, look around even more. Trying to get to this other level to... I don't know exactly what I'm doing. I think I'm just dropping... Oh, so I can get to my freaking portal. That's why. So I was essentially... I think I was trying to build a little thing, but I just, like, gave up and just went in and just took the fall damage. So I eat the golden apples because the golden apples are a godsend in the nether because fire protection is beautiful. So I try to avoid the stupid skeleton, but soul sand is a detriment. Soul sand sucks. I hate soul sand in the nether. It slows you down so much. So I finally get back to my portal, eat some apples, heal up a little bit, and get the heck out of the nether into day 38 because daytime. So we finally, I hope you guys didn't forget about Botania. So we finally get into Botania, or the last thing I need of Botania, and get the terrestrial agritarium plate. So I place that down. And, yeah, so now I have that thingy. So we go ahead and get into a little bit of the beautiful tool thing, or wolfcraft. Just because I saw it was just something that was very simple, so I get into wolfcraft a little bit. It's day 39, by the way. Like I said, there was no organization. Kind of went all over the place. I went out to explore a little bit just for some mining resources because I was going to need it for wolfcraft, and ended up finding this cave, too. Pretty neat little ravine cave system thingy majigger. So yeah, I kind of just look at it a little bit, look around, see if there's any ores to spot out, and continue to explore it for a little bit because I need resources. Resources are always needed. You can never skimp out on resources. So I find this giant open, like, cavernous, like, ravine and get immediately jumped by mobs, like, immediately. And I had no food whatsoever to, like, heal. So I was just trying to figure out exactly how to make it out of there safely, avoiding skeletons, placing torches down to, try to prevent mobs from spawning, but I ended up dying anyway. So I make it back to the cave on still day 39. Remember, I'm a ghost, so I can just float down elegantly. It's so good being a ghost. That perk really comes in handy until I fall into a 2x. Yep. Until I fall into that. Then I come back, grab my stuff, and continue to mine for resources, because that's what I was looking for. I was looking for mostly iron. I also brought the dogs because I didn't want to die. And I ended up dying anyway, so it didn't even matter. Frustration. So day 39, still out here, threw my pick on the floor like a dingus, and continued to mine. That's right, because I came out here for iron, because I was struggling for iron in my other cave system. All my wolves are here, being beautiful little precious little creatures. I continue to mine for more iron because I am struggling on iron. The iron struggle, I died too, and I still can't speak. You'd think, iron wouldn't be something to struggle for, but everything requires iron, or a lot of things required iron in this mod pack that I struggled for a while, and to day 40 as well. And if you're wondering how I'm making them turn into fire, it's like I said, the armor I'm wearing, the MK Fire and Ice armor, gives me fire powers. So every time I punch something, I got fire powers. So I was able to burn everything. Well, all the mobs I was able to punch. And I died to dogs because, wolves. So anyway, I die. Go ahead and tame this wolf that murdered me. And call it a day. Because these wolves spawned in. And I was like, I'm going to tame you guys. And I go to sleep. Because I don't hold vendetta against wolves. Because the guy who spawned them in was just a creature I had to murder. So day 41, here we are. Finished smelting some things. Go ahead and get some more stone because I'm going to need more living rock. So once that's done, we go ahead and go through Tinkerers a little bit. This is a little bit different than what I'm used to. The Tinkerers I'm used to is like making a bunch of that giant smeltery. So I see this and I'm like, what on earth did they do to Tinkerers? I can make like a mini forge. And I just see all this and I'm like, what is this? This isn't Tinkerers. What happened to Tinkerers? And Tinkerers became just, I guess, more complex than I was so used to. I just didn't even bother doing anything with it. I just continued to just read this book and was just like, what on earth? Trying to figure out how to make the seared brick. I was looking so hard for that smeltery. I was like, where is the smeltery? How do I do the smeltery? Where did the smeltery go? Why is this all this mini stuff? What on earth happened to Tinkerer's construct? It's changed. So I'm just like really scouring and looking for what the heck happened to Tinkerers and where's my smeltery. I'm looking at the melter and I'm like, what is this? I don't know exactly what happened to Tinkerers, and I'm just like, what happened to Tinkerers? I don't know. Sorry for the odds. I don't know what's happening with Tinkerers. It's so complicated. So I'm continuing to look for the smeltery and I find nothing. So I go out a little bit into day 41 because I still need Enderman. Fun fact. And kill that thing. So day 41, we go back home, go ahead and take a little bit of a nap, and get into the beautiful day that is day 42. So once we are in day 42, I go back to the nether because I need to look for some endermen, and I need blaze rods. I also died in the nether, by the way, sometime in day 42 because I died. Yeah, we don't talk about that. But I was out looking for ender pearls and I died. So I go back into the nether on day 42. Anyway, we still don't know what day it is because funny gimmick. Anyway, it is still day 42. Don't worry. I'm keeping track. I'm a freaking tracker of the days. So I'm watching these skeletons basically go at each other like siblings do in infighting. And so I go back to the nether fortress in order to get more blaze rods. Because like I said, I do need blaze rods as they're important for, what's it called? Botania and potion brewing. So that's what I need. I just needed these withers because I need it for potion brewing and Botania. So, or not withers, sorry, blazes. I keep calling them withers. But we need them for Botania, and I'm continuing on my escapade to kill some blazes. I get hit with disgusting wither effect, get the necrotic bone, find a saddle. Gonna need a horse for later, maybe. Continue to eat my little melon slices as I try to fight this blaze. Gas are also annoying because they're gas and they get blue flames. So I find the blaze, kill the blaze, get it out of here, grab the blaze rod, continue to look for more blazes, and just I kind of just bide my time just waiting for these blazes to spawn so that I'm able to, get them, their stuff. I also got this awesome helmet that gives me like regen powers or something. So continue to explore a little bit, find a magma cube, kill the magma cube because magma cream can be very useful. Can be useful. And so I just kill the magma cube for the magma cream because you never know when you're going to need a magma cream. You could always need it anytime. I don't know when I need it essentially for this mod pack, but I grabbed it just in case there was that odd, thing I needed it. I also was looking at the bees and was very intrigued by this and actually was piqued my interest to get into the bees later on at some point. But I was just like, interesting. Bees. Anyway, we're back on day 49. Oh my god. So much has happened in that nether. I go to sleep and we make it to day 50. Already halfway through, or wait, it wasn't day. Oh, we were still on day 48. I slept into day 49. God dang it. I hate that I can't read. Anyway, we continue into Wolfcraft. As you can see, I made a little storage station, just a little bit of one. Not too complex, but enough to hold a bunch of things. We continue into Wolfcraft because it's very simple, and I just felt like getting into something that I know I could get really far into. And made these tools that were pretty good. So day 49, we go back into the nether so I can go get some more blazes and endermen. Mostly endermen. We are looking for endermen. I need endermen badly. And at first I thought that piglin was what was attacked me, but it wasn't. And I just get attacked by everything and everyone. Yeah, it sucks. And I die. So we're back in the nether, going to grab my stuff. They can't hurt me because I'm a spooky ghost that cannot be touched. So we go ahead and grab that, and we head back home because I hate the nether. All my homies hate the nether. The nether is a nightmare. The nether already sucked in base vanilla, and I just hate it even more with this mod. And I can die here too. Like, I'm allowed to die, and it just sucks. And I'm trying so hard to kill that blaze. Or not blaze, ghast. But I can't go home because if the ghast blows up my portal. Yep. That's what happened. Oh, but he lit it back up, and I essentially immediately went back home. But I couldn't. Yeah, I was playing a lot of cat and mouse with this ghast. And was just like, please hit the portal. Please hit the portal. I'm stranded in the nether. I don't want to be stranded in the nether. I was so upset and thought it was so comical that it not only broke my portal, then relit my portal, then broke my portal, then relit my portal, just for me to get out. And it kept doing that over and over again. And I was like, I just want to get out of the nether. But this stupid ghast would just not leave me alone, and I ended up dying. So I ended up making another portal. Well, I didn't have to make another portal. I ended up just having to teleport back in, which made another portal. So I break all the flames, go ahead and get back home. And God, do I hate gas. I think I speak for everyone when I say we all hate gas. And all of that in the span of just one day. It is still day 49. So I look more into this, what's it called? Applied energistic, or not applied energistic. I think this is applied energistic. No, element craft. So then I get into elemental craft. And this is where I actually focus on a lot of this stuff, because elemental craft was actually pretty simple to do. Because as I was mining and finding all these small things, and I was like, you know, let's go ahead and get into elemental craft. So I get into it, and like I said, again, I keep jumping from everywhere. And again, I should have just had a set place on what I was focusing on. But I focus on elemental craft, trying to get the pipes, figuring out how to harvest energy, get these impaired pipelines, and just kind of research and get more into it. Making the element infusers in order to grab element, and I know exactly where it comes from, so I just continue to make things for elemental craft and get actually pretty decently into it. So as you'll see as we come down along, I'll show you as we continue this journey. So I'm looking for an element extractor, pure, which I'll need for later. I believe right now I'm looking for an infuser, which I can use to get the element out. So I make the infuser. Once I grab that, I go ahead and use the containment shard to make me a direct extractor. We're still on day 49, but I go ahead and go to sleep. And here we are, finally, day 50, and we get into some elemental craft. Don't worry, I didn't forget about Botania. We're just gonna go into elemental craft for a little bit. So this right here, if you remember this beautiful little pillar, we need this. This has my elements, which I'm going ahead and take from it. So we have the we have the extractor, which I put into the beautiful little container right there. We then put the pipes there in order to go ahead and grab it and put it into another pipe system. a container into another container, basically to transport things, and then we put it into the infuser. I go to sleep in order to go to get, I can speak, we go to sleep so we can get to day 51. I don't know why it's not showing day, there we go, it's day 51. And we go back to the element extractor in order to get more element out of it in order to make elemental shards. But for now, we go ahead and continue on with that. That's what the infuser's for. I also got to learn to pair the pipes to make it, because it's grabbing it, and I kind of look at it for a little bit, but I didn't know how to make it basically transport into the other storage system. But then I finally figure it out, place the infuser there, place the crystal there, and bam, we have a fire shard, which I'm going to need for some other crafting things, such as the fire element holder, which is going to come in handy later, which I'm going to need some drenched iron in order to get that. But I believe I had some drenched iron from when I explored, when I first found this, what's it called? Node. So we'll definitely be fine with that. I continue to look more into this, look at the element evaporators, look into all of this elemental craft. Day 52 comes around. I am looking for a water node. That is what I was looking for, because I found a fire node, and to make a drenched iron ingot, I needed a water node. So I continued to go out and explore to look for a water node, and my god, I spawned the farthest away from water. Water was just non-existent for me. I could not find water until I found this lake stream. Didn't even find an ocean, but I finally found what I was looking for in the sense of a water energy node, and am actually, relieved, but I'm actually quite a ways away from my home, and it's very annoying that I had to basically go out so far for this water node, but I need it because drenched iron is essential for elemental craft. So we go ahead and do the same thing we did with the fire. We place down a container, place down the extractor, and then I go ahead and get to work in the sense of I grab the pipes to lead the, to lead the energy into the element into another container, place the infuser on top, and like I did earlier, didn't bring any iron. Go back, head back here into day 56. Here we are getting some drenched iron ingots. It actually works pretty fast. And the nodes themselves are infinite. They are infinite from my knowledge. I also go to sleep just so I can get to day freaking 57 and not have to wait so long. But day 57, here we are getting some more drenched iron ingots in order to, continue on into elemental craft. So we get some more drenched iron. I'm sitting here like a goober enjoying the drenched iron that I am getting from this, which we're going to need to make some storage containers, more bigger containers, and just a lot of things. It's going to help a lot throughout the line. So we kind of just chill here. Day 75 comes along. Holy crap, we skipped so many days because I'm not going to lie, I did absolutely nothing. The days just went by into day 75, into which we were just finding more things. I found this air node that was actually pretty close near the village that was over here we found earlier on. So we find this air node, which is very important because air is actually a really good element to grab. It's actually I believe it's one of the rarer ones too. So I was so happy to find it. And so I just could essentially just grab more things. But what happened essentially from day 56, through the 60s, all the way to this day, not much really went off. All I did was just continue to explore, extract some more nodes, try and make my storage a little bit better, mine a bit more. I didn't really get too far into things. The days kind of just flew by where things were useless. And like I said, I didn't have a lot of set goals. So a lot of the time I was just really just twiddling my thumbs trying to figure out what exactly I should do. As I got a lot of really sidetracked, as I didn't know exactly what the heck I was supposed to do. I did make a bigger container which can hold even more air element. I believe I also expanded the house a little bit, I think. So we're about to see exactly what that looks like, and you're about to all cry. So I'm looking more into element. I'm looking at tutorials, going farther into it. I did mess with the Botania thing a little bit. I made more spreaders in order to get more mana into the mana spreaders. Look at the mana pool, looking at all of its beauty. Getting all that mana in there. As you can see, the terrestrial ingot right there, or the terrestrial plate, is doing its thing. We're on day 76 now. Mana is just going throughout the entirety of this thing, and it looks so beautiful. So when we get that done, are nice and spread out. I look at that weird thing. Oh yeah, I tried to get more into the wolf, but it just got too complicated, so I just I dropped it. But as you can see, we continue with elemental craft. I'm trying to make believe a storage, one of the storage systems, or not a storage. It is a what is it? I'm making an ingot, which I use this ingot in order to make. If I can remember what it was to make. I think it was like a bunch of things that just help like mine and stuff. But that's essentially what I'm using this for. So we got an air node, and this is honestly a lot more efficient. So we're just continuing to craft on more into elemental craft in order to make these little runic altars, which you'll see here in just a second that I'm working on. So we go ahead and make this. I'm looking at it, wondering why that didn't work. We find out, oh yeah, and by the way, as I was exploring out more into the world, I found another water node that was literally, or not a water node, we found an earth node. This is a water node from a different time. But I do end up finding a water node fairly close to home, and I ended up hating myself for it. It's so frustrating. So as you can see, I'm trying to get the earth storage into the spare storage system I got, but it's just for some reason just taking so long. It wouldn't go in there, so I had to basically turn crystals into element. But after that, but I didn't have enough for it anyway, so I just broke it, and we're just wondering why, for the love of God, I couldn't get the earth element into this goddamn thing. But once it took all the blue, I was just like, why? Why are we here? So yeah, that's essentially what was going on. I was just trying to figure out why these pipes weren't working. Elemental craft was it's so confusing. I was just trying to figure out why the heck it wasn't emptying out my thing here. So we continue to mine. I don't know why I got quiet there. So we continue to mine. I then decide, let's put the the container holding the air or the water right there. Yep. No, water. I can't speak. So I empty out the container of the earth element in order to try and get the... Basically, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to empty out the container that has water element in it, even though it barely has anything, in order to get it to transfer over to the other storage container. But I can't seem to do that because it is full of element, and I kind of am just like, why is this not working? So I got a little frustrated. I also got a horse. Like I said, we were gonna get a horse. Should have showed that, but yeah, we got a horse. We got a horse now. We own a horse. So this horse actually makes it easy to transport to get from point A to point B. Super good. So yeah. So we continue our journey. Day 81 comes along as I'm still trying to figure out elemental craft, as the days kind of just become a blur, as I'm really trying to figure out elemental craft. Still trying to make this stupid altar thing, but cannot get it to work for the life of me. And even though I'm looking at the thing at the tutorial, and it's literally showing me the exact same thing he's doing, but I'm looking like a goober here. I'm trying to figure out exactly what I'm supposed to make here, because I'm trying to make a pure infuser in order to get pure element. And to make a pure infuser, you need a bunch of other things. So I go ahead and make a pure infuser. Because you make the pure infuser so you make all these other altars, which is what I was trying to do, is make the altars for the pure infuser. What the pure infuser does is make pure element. You can use this pure element to do certain things, I believe. I know one can help smelt. Basically have an infinite furnace, which is great. I don't know why I hit pause, my bad. So that helps. So I take a little bit of a break from the elemental headache and decide it's time to make me a jetpack, because jetpacks are cool, because I talked about them earlier and was like, why didn't I make it sooner? So we go ahead and make ourselves a jetpack. We start off with a basic jetpack. We're trying to make a silver jetpack, and then we'll upgrade it as we go along. But for now, I am just working on a jetpack, making the components slowly but surely, just looking at exactly what I need. The crafting station is so good, and I regret Applied Energetics is so good, but it's so complicated. But it wasn't complicated. It was more in the sense that I was lacking resources in order to basically make a better storage system, and it really struggled here. But I was just continuing to make a bunch of just all these things to make this jetpack, because this jetpack was going to be very helpful. So day 84, here we are. I finally got the jetpack working, got some fuel storage. I go ahead and explore a little bit of the Twilight Forest because I figured out how to make waypoints. So I made the waypoint. I continue to explore the Twilight Forest, looking for just towers and just exploring essentially just a little bit. Just looking. I can't remember exactly why I went to the Twilight Forest, but I just know I was just exploring a lot more and waiting for this guy to attack me, which he finally did. Skeleton Druid, die. So yeah, we go to the Twilight Forest. I'm just exploring, looking around, enjoying laughing things, breaking things. Yeah, Twilight Forest. But so yeah, like I said, I just kind of just explore a little bit. That's all I did in the Twilight Forest. I was tempted to fight the bosses, but I found myself like a little bit underprepared to fight these bosses, and I didn't really see me being able to take any of them out effectively. Also, yeah, as you can see, I learned the double click too. Man, this mod pack has come a long way. As you can see, there's no more lag spikes. I've learned the double click, vein miner. God, imagine if I knew all this when I first started and didn't have the like spikes as well. It honestly would have been a more efficient run instead of me being all over the place, skipping days because the days just became so useless. And that's right, I was looking for a Naga. I don't know why I thought I couldn't take on the boss. I was looking for a Naga because I couldn't take on the, what's it called? Lich King. Because you need to take out a Naga. So I was just looking for the Naga. So I was essentially just grabbing loot. Looking for a Naga maze. Jetpacks were very useful. Jetpacks are amazing. These stupid spiders would not leave me alone. But not much you can do when you're, looking around. Killing piggies. Grabbing melons. Placing them down. I have so much food, I didn't know what to do with it. Could have just dropped the spider eye, but I had a dirt block, so I could easily drop that. Server was doing a bit of a lag. Like, I'm not having, lagging in the sense of... my computer's lagging. For some reason the server was lagging and I couldn't open that chest. So we get more things, more loot. You look at all this string that I know I'm going to need because string is very important. So I continue, look in this maze, see if there's any other chests, look around some more, kill some more spiders because spiders are annoying. And I'm just basically looting around, but I leave. I go ahead and dip. I'm like, I'm done. So we go back home. And once we are back home, I continue to, as you can see right there, I was getting ready for, I also found a waypoint stone. That same waypoint stone from earlier, I grabbed and I went ahead and placed it down because I was going to use it to basically teleport from places to places. But I couldn't find any more Endermen because Endermen are so annoying to find. We are also on day 85. And to make more waypoints, Endermen just kept evading me. Also, these pillagers came out of nowhere. I mean, I know there's a village across from me, so that's probably where they came from. But they really just kind of showed up. Also, I had all this, Terra stuff, so I was like, let's go ahead and just mess with this Terra stuff and place down some, Terra-infused soil. Because I did learn that apparently, since I wasn't finding ender pearls, I could just basically farm them instead. So I was getting into, the farming aspect just a little bit. This late into the game, I know. Should have done my research more. But again, this is, first run. First time ever doing this. It's a journey. It's not about the treasure, but the journey along the way. But the friends we made along the way, as it should. So yeah, I'm just kind of clearing out the area. I'm getting ready for the soil, so I can go ahead and try and attempt to farm and grow ender pearls because ender pearls are important for a lot of things. Mostly they are very important for Botania. But anyway, day 89 comes along. And right here, I made another improved storage. And right here, this is what I was talking about making an infinite furnace. This is what I was trying to do. I was essentially trying to get an infinite furnace going. So after I get a bit of smelting going on, I go ahead and make me some more pure mana-infused ingots because I'm going to need those for later on. So we get a few mana steel. I get attacked by something, but I kind of just ignore it and just murder it because zombie. God, having fire powers is so good. So we ended up taking out the spider. After that, we go ahead and trying to continue a little bit into the Botania. I continue to make more mana steel. Ingots. Because I believe I needed the mana steel blocks. And I go to sleep to get into day 90 because I needed... no, I was actually making mana steel armor. I'm a fool. So we were making mana steel armor because it's actually pretty decent armor. Because mana steel armor, you then upgrade into mana, or terrestrial armor. So, and as you can see, that portal right there was what I was preparing for to get terrestrial. But yeah, I was trying to make mana armor because it is actually a pretty solid armor source. Yeah, So we make some more mana steel for some more mana armor. Got a mana pearl because I'm cool. We got the beautiful mana armor. Place down this mana steel to place down that to get the rune of, what's it called? I forget what that rune's called. But I needed that rune in order for the Terra Steel. So we get the rune. I can't exactly get the thing because it doesn't have enough mana. So I'm kind of just looking at it. Also, I think I had a noob moment and completely forgot exactly how to get the rune, which it all requires is literally rock. And I can't believe I was a genius. Anyway, I go back into my mine system, that the strip mine I had, and get attacked by a chest. And because I needed a little bit more resources, so we go back into the mine in my home in order to basically mine things. And this chest is durable as hell. Did not want to die, but I finally kill it. So we go ahead and continue our journey down in this mine as I continue to grab resources as I'm low on food. I always ran out of food. I was never a farmer, but there were a bunch of trees with a bunch of like food on them, so kind of just kept going there. So continue to explore my cave a little bit, get some more resources as I'm going to need them for later. Don't know what that is. I believe I needed that for later because oh, right. I didn't know what that is, but I know I needed it for later because I believe that is what you use for, what's it called? I'm still getting into applied energistics on day 92. We get into applied energistics. Right, I needed that for whatever netherite. That's what it was for. So I grabbed it just in case. So we get into applied energistics some more with some more improved systems on day 92. I know the clock is ticking on these days as I'm trying to get farther into these progression systems. But I really wanted to get into applied energistics, trying to make that better system. Or no, sorry, why did I say thermal series? I'm trying to get a thermal series so I can get some better storage systems going. Also to get some power going so I can recharge my jetpack. But anyway, so we get into the thermal storage, settings so I can get some power going. So I can go ahead and get into, because I believe thermal storage works with applied energistics. And so I can get more storage because the storage I got, it's fine and decent, but it can be better and I've seen how much better it can get. So I essentially just continue to work on that, break it apart a little bit as I'm trying to reorganize everything, deciding what room I want it to be on, seeing how much space it's going to take, and I let it be this space it's going to take. So I got a wrench, reroute everything, as you can see, and start getting ready to place the power in there. Take some coal energy, take some more coal energy, and we start charging up things in order to get some templates. As you can see, I got a server back up. And I'm curious if the server is still saved ever since the PC reset, but only time will tell, or I'll have to check one day. So we're trying to get all these energy things right now. We're transferring power into that little generator right there as I continue to stay here and wait. Day 93 comes around as I continue to wait. I make this Tinkerer's Workbench, which I'm going to use for applying energistics. I should have used an axe. I don't know why I used a pick. I'm continuing to be a menace to society. Also continuing to wonder why this thing won't face the right way. Yep. Anyway, I just kind of just leave it be. I'm just like, fine. Fine, you want to face that way? Fine. Anyway, we need to go ahead and get the Tinker's Workbench because we're trying to make little upgrades in order for storage systems to work. So that is what I'm working on right now, is just some upgrades in order to get this system to work. So I continue doing research, looking at all these configurations and upgrades I can do. I'm looking like at tutorials as I'm continuing to do this because I've never used this mod. I've seen this mod a couple times. I've just never touched the thing. So I'm continuing to get on, and who knows, maybe after this maybe I'll do an attempt 2 where I'm more organized and can actually focus and see how far we can get with a proper, take the knowledge I have now and use it for another one if you guys are down. And it definitely will probably be more, the video will definitely be more organized than this, but as you know, I won't be all over the place and just my editor cutting out everything because he's just like, you're just standing here, you don't really do anything, and it's so hard. Even he was a little bit confused, and I'm like, I know, but here we are nonetheless, and I still got the days done because I am still committed. So day 93, making a pulverizing some of the resources in order to get some dust, which will then auto transport over here into the redstone furnace, as I made an automated system in order to get, I believe, ingots. I was trying to make an automated furnace. So essentially what I was trying to do was make an automated furnace. So I needed this for an automated furnace, and this can help me know with the automated storage. I was working more on this CAD stuff, didn't know exactly what this does, but day 95 is here. And I'm just messing with mods as we go on. I think I knew as the days were going on I was just getting into more and more mods, trying to show off almost everything when I should have just stuck with what I had. So I started messing with this like weird gun mod that like makes a bunch of things, and I was just trying to figure out exactly what the heck it does. But I ain't an expert. I'm not gonna lie. I was trying to shoot this gold, trying to figure out why it wasn't doing a thing. But hey, what can you do? I was getting more into the achievements. Whew, sorry. And just looking at more. We get back into elemental craft because I finally figured out how to do a few bit of things. So we make the we're trying to make the runic altar, the earth one this time. So I placed down the infuser, but I need it back. So we go ahead and place down a gem. Oh, right, we're trying to make an elemental gem. So I placed that down. We placed down the raw earth element, a diamond, and one earth crystal, sorry, in order to make a pure earth crystal, because I need those for those runic altars. I keep calling them that, but I just can't remember the name. But we need a gem. We need basically a pristine earth element, because we need those for the altars in order to make the thing. But we are already on day 97, as you can see. The clock is ticking as I continue to do this. But I've done this so far with earth, and I've done this with fire. Day 98 is here as I continue to try and power up things and automate my smeltery. Honestly, having an automatic smelter is so good. It's so good. Like, look at all the resources I get. My God, automatic smeltery for the win. Anyway, day 98 is here. I'm still trying to continue an elemental craft as far as I can get. Still trying to make those pillars, but I'm still struggling a little bit. As you can see, we got the essence farms going on here as I'm trying to upgrade them so I can unlock the ender pearls to plant. And as you can see, I'm getting a lot more of inferium. Sorry, I'm getting a lot of inferium, which I can use to make some better soil. So I kind of just look at these for a little bit. The days are counting down. We only have 2 more days left. So I believe he just kept the full essence of these days in. As we continue to look at this, I kind of wasted that infusion. But I am trying to figure out exactly how to make better soil. So I'm trying to make inferium farmland, which you need a dirt hoe, all that to make inferium farmland. It's very simple to make. I don't know why I didn't just till the thing and do that, but there you go. We got, there you go. All right, I was doing this for an achievement. Duh, hello. Anyway, day 98, here we are still. I'm making what am I making? What is this? I think this is a storage system. Or no, I keep saying everything. Not everything is storage. Oh, right. It's the infusion altar, which I can use for like I said, the infusion plants, the essence plants, in order to go ahead and try and get those ender pearls. Because honestly, ender pearls were such a struggle. I was just trying to figure out how to get them. I was just doing everything in my power to try and make it faster to get ender pearls. But in order to do that, I needed these in order to upgrade my essences, because you can't make ender pearls on the farmland that I had currently because it was too low of a tier. I needed a higher tier farmland. So in order to get the higher tier farmland, I needed to make these infusion altars. Sorry. Which I would use to upgrade the farmland and help me out. So I was just kind of just setting things as they were, looking in the research, placing down some more gold. Man, so much has happened. It's crazy. Anyway, we go ahead and make the infusion pedestal, which I go ahead and take the rewards for that. Trying to figure out exactly how the heck I'm supposed to get my reward from the book. See, 1 of 8. See, I had to make 8 of these, and I was like, why am I not getting the mission? I got 1 of them done, but you got to make 8. 8, I count them, because you got to place them in a certain order in order to get those infusions down and ready. So I went ahead and turned my my wool into red wool, made all the carpet, split attempted to split. Needed more stone though. Attempted to split that. I needed more gold, didn't have the gold. I'm a goober, gotta grab the gold. The gold's in the chest, come on. There we go. Got the gold, made this, bam, had 5 of those. Still needed, I had 6 of those. I still needed 2 more. Was trying to see in my storage thing if I had wool, which I did. I had 2. I actually had some spare red wool, which was pretty good to make the carpet. So I only needed to make 2 more. I only needed 2 more stone, or sorry, 4 more stone. And like that, bam, we made the pattern thing. So with that done and out of the way, I took the cobblestone out, put the stone away, put all the stuff in my inventory away. Having that mini storage was pretty useful. And there we go. We got the mystical agriculture. Now, what this book does, like I said, it just explains how to make certain essences and how to upgrade. So I made it. So we're still on day 98. It showed me the layout of how to place all of these altars. Whoops. So I went ahead and placed that. But a stupid skeleton was shooting me the whole time. And I was just going to die. Is what I thought was going to happen. But I kind of just flew around a little bit. Trying to figure out why I couldn't mine. Look at me. Look at me being a goober. Instead of just getting on the tree and floating away. But yeah, here we are, day 98. I die. Of course. Oh, goober me. You watch your past self and you learn so much. There's so much to learn. Anyway, I go ahead and break that infusion pedestal and place it back where the silhouette shows it's supposed to go. There we go. And then get ready to try and attempt to get some work done. But I can't get stuff done because these stupid mobs won't leave me alone. So anyway, day 99, here we are. I placed down an estrium of infusion essence, and I'm still trying to figure out exactly how to upgrade it. But this is, so you place the seeds here, right? If you want specific seeds, you place the seeds there. And as you can see, that's how I got the infusion seeds. It worked. I think me was just confused on what happened. But you place down the prosperity base seeds, which is what I did. And then you put the inferium essence all in each corner. And then you grab some oak logs, and you place those in all each corner. Well, bam. And that should, I think, in theory, transform these into things. Right? Did I do it right? I think I did it right. No, okay, I see. I think okay, so myself didn't do it right. But anyway, what's supposed to happen is you're supposed to put the elements that are required on each of these pillars, so they get infused into the seeds, so that they then can transfer the seeds into that element of seed. So right now, I am trying to make a basic wood seed, but I am obviously, as you can see, my guy is confused. I'm just trying to figure out exactly what the heck is going on here. So I'm just figuring out exactly what I needed here. You got the strip thing, we got the infusion crafting. See, I'm trying to figure out what's going wrong. But you need tier 1 seeds from what it looks like. So I kind of just stared at it a little bit, wondering why the heck is this not working? What am I doing wrong? Am I not right-clicking it? I'm not breaking it. What is I doing? Like I said, these mods are so complicated. So I kind of just stare at it and just take the L. I just stare at it and I'm like, hey. So I'm just like, sadness. So I grab more inferium essence, close my farm, and just so done and defeated. Anyway, daytime rolls around. We head back to the beautiful element thing, or the fire element storage, as I try to finish it off with some element craft, trying to see if I can get that altar before we end off, if I'm lucky. But I continue back here in order to mess with this. So I go ahead and make the beautiful, what was I making? If we go into the industrial thing, it can remind me. What are we doing? What are we looking at? Oh, right, pristine gems. But I already had a pristine gem, though. I already had a fire pristine gem, so I think he was trying to make a fine gem, because we also need fine gems. But I'm just looking at the crystals, exactly what to make. Oh, right, no, I was just trying to do these just for missions. So I needed to try and make a fire altar, because I didn't have one. The only one I had was the earth one. Or not the earth one. I think that's the air one all the way to the left. So I was trying to make the fire one. So to make the fire one, I was just looking at the research in order to see how. But I believe I remembered how to make it, which all required was the pristine crystal, some white rock, and that ingot. But I was at the wrong storage, of course. It wasn't at the fire one I needed to be, but it was at the earth one I needed to be, which is where I go ahead and decided to make the thing as the clock is ticking for the final day to come by. And I did not want to, lose a day. But I died because a creeper came out of nowhere, and I was just like, what the hell? So I went ahead and placed down, came back, luckily didn't blow up my storage system, went back to the fire one because I needed a few more things from the fire, which was this infuser in order to make the element I needed for the crystal. But day 99 is surely coming to an end. We're almost to day 100, and I am really, really running on time. We're running so much. There's a little time, but we made it to day 100, and I was so sad, but I was like, it's day 100. I still have just the entirety of this day to try and do what I could. So I tried to make, I put the book in there by accident. I was trying to make the fire pedestal, or not the fire pedestal. I needed the earth pedestal, which required just crystal. It required the crystal I had, which I was looking for. The emblem, or required the pristine crystal, required the sulfur ingot, and the 2 white rock, and that's how I would make it. But I was staring at it as I was wondering why the heck it wasn't doing the thing. So I went ahead and looked to see exactly what was going on. Yeah, you needed an element. Oh, but I also needed an element infuser. That's what I was missing. So my guy was looking to see if I had an element infuser on me, which I did not at the time. So I was a little sad. Yep. Just looking at my backpack, grabbing my backpack, wondering where my backpack went. Because when you die, the backpack just kind of automatically goes onto the thing. So I placed down the element infuser for the pristine gem, that and those 2. And then it should, yep, it starts getting to work. And we get the first ever little shrine I got, looking at that lemon tree. Finally content that I was able to get one of the shrines before, the time. This also does take a while, so I'm really just sitting here waiting for this thing to hurry up and make it. So I kind of just chill here and wait. Passing the time, wondering why it's taking so long, because, oh my lord, did it take so long. I'm just sitting here, chilling, waiting, watching magic happen, praying it happens. Sitting here. But anyway, that's the end of the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. We finally made it to day 100. It was crazy. Look at everything I'm wearing. Man, we've come so far since day 1, and it's been a journey, and thank you guys so much. But yeah, this way, unfortunately, I have to wrap it up on day 100. We were all over the place, but we got pretty far in a good amount of mods, and I'm pretty content with how we did. But if you guys want to see me, I guess, reattempt this, or continue off at this day if I still have, either reattempt this or continue off this day if I still have the save file, then definitely I'll do that. But you guys just let me know down in the comments. But yeah, there we are, day 100 finally complete. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Sorry it was a little bit all over the place, as again I was kind of just didn't know what to do. But anyways, guys, I want to thank you guys so much for 700 subscribers. I know we're past that point, but I should have had this out a lot sooner. And again, I'm so sorry, but thank you guys so much for the continued support. I greatly appreciate it. It means so much to me, and I'm so glad I finally was able to get this video out before the end of the year, no less. And I think it's a great way to end off the year with a subscriber, video, with a video that shows giving back to essentially that, for you guys continuing to support me, and I greatly appreciate it. And I want to do more subscriber goal videos and achievements and all that good stuff, because they're so much fun, and I feel like it's to reward you guys and give back, because I wouldn't be this far without you guys, and I really appreciate it, and I really mean it. So thank all of you for the continued support. And as always, if you enjoyed the video, be sure to blast that like button out in this universe, subscribe to the content on my channel, and hey, hit that bell notification too, because I do upload daily. And as always, I will see you guys in the next video. dbzmando signing out. See you next year.